G'day guys, and today I'm going to do the review which is between the Dogs and the Cats. And the Cats went down by 16 points and not super stoked about it. Apologies for the delay. I've been up in Queensland, I've been in South Australia, I've been all over the shop, back in Victoria, so yeah, getting back into the swing of everything. So yeah, excuse the delay in the review, but I haven't forgotten, I'm still alive, it's okay. Getting into it a little bit later than expected and still catching up on a whole bunch of other things. So anyway, you're not here to hear about that, here to hear about the game and how we lost, I suppose. So it's pretty tough to review this one because I was having some alcoholic beverages whilst watching it, more than normal, and yeah, you probably don't see the game as as you would in probably a normal state, but long story short, we had the momentum early and we didn't make them pay full price. We should have been up by probably 4 goals early on, but didn't make it count for once, and the Dogs stayed in the game, kept going, and eventually pure weighted numbers won out, and we were disappointing in the last quarter, so that doesn't really help out. They got more of the footy. The 3 kick counts pretty interesting, but when you first the ball that normally happens, but not much different there. They got some more inside 50s. It was a tough game to watch. It was actually pretty awful, played between the arcs. Doggies won the contested possession. We've won every game we've won when we have got the contested possession count favourable in our way. So the Bulldogs also tackled more than we did, and they had more of the ball. So a lot of it was just they simply worked harder than we did, and they were stronger at the contest for longer. That allows you to get entries. They isolated our backs one-on-one, and they really made us pay. Aaron Naughton had a big game, and he seems to only play well at Etihad, but that's fine. Yeah, so some slight alarm bells for the Cats. I mean, I'm not too concerned. It's more so just arrogance the way we went about it. We didn't come to play the way we should. I think we just thought it was going to happen for us. And yeah, look, it's one of those really annoying games to lose that you are the better side, and the ladder position suggests that with all the credentials and all the things we've done this year. And then you put a display like that, it just makes you go, wowee. But look, we didn't get up forward enough. And when we did get up forward, I mean, all year we've been so efficient. So eventually you're going to have times where you're not going to kick, let's say, 13-7. Sometimes it's going to be 7-13. And I mean, that's also a credit and normally a factor of the pressure put on by the opposition, which the Dogs generally do that. They certainly did that. Their midfield was on top, and that's mainly why we lost. I mean, Dangerfield and Selwood and Kelly and all these guys just didn't have the numbers that they would normally have, and that did not help us. Our defenders looked a little bit rattled at times. I mean, 10 goals really they kicked. They were able to just not allow us to score as easily when we moved up forward. So very similar scoring shots, but as you can see, one took slight advantage of just taking a few extra chances, and sometimes that's all it takes. So we'll move into some of the stats, but yeah, like Tom Organs was at full back at some stage with Tim Kelly. It was crazy, like he was just bouncing off half back. He never ever does that. So yeah, it was very strange the way they made us play, and we didn't get the game on our terms for long enough. We were on top early and couldn't go on with it, unfortunately. So the votes, I felt Stanley was our best player. 20 touches, 4 marks, 28 hit-outs, 3 tackles. I just saw him constantly get the ball around the contest, and I thought he was a real presence for us. At midfield, just couldn't quite capitalise on it all. The 2 votes, this is quite tough because, you know, it's pretty yeah, much of a muchness what I saw. Gary Rowan, 10 marks. That's incredible. That's really good. I thought he took a few marks, but not 10. I don't think he's done it in his life. But I'll have to go Stuart for the 2 votes. 24 touches, 10 marks, 3 tackles. He often accumulates a lot of the ball and a lot of marks, and he's normally a pretty strong figure for us. Gave away a free kick early on, and that was about it from him. I thought Paddy, when the game was hot and when we were going well, he certainly was. Also, 23 touches, 6 marks, 7 tackles, which is enormous.
and also kicked 2 goals, which was quite beneficial for the forward line. So yeah, sort of played pseudo forward and yeah, also in the midfield as well to rack up some numbers. But yeah, Tui was good with 30 touches. Clark got 20. Harry was really good again. Don't know why they threw him up forward. Even if it's a break glass in case of emergency, I don't think he's a good forward at all. O'Connor was relatively solid. Blitzars, it was okay, but sort of had some tough moments he'd probably like back, just with those one-on-one contests. Duncan was very well held. He was pretty quiet. Rowan, outside of kicking straight, he kicked 15, I think 16-2 or 15-2 for the year, and he kicks 1 goal 3, and most of them from set shots. So you'd putting your glasses down, he just couldn't kick straight, unfortunately. But a really good presence around the ground, probably playing that radical ear role. Selwood had a bit of the ball, but not enough, in my opinion. Tim Kelly was pretty quiet. He was well held, sort of on fire early with a lot of players, but yeah, just below his sort of numbers, I guess. Dalhouse was okay, but nothing that great. Henry, I think that's 7 marks. Yeah, Henry was alright. And Ablett, very, very quiet. He didn't get any score on the board. He didn't really have many opportunities, it felt. Hawkins quiet, got a couple. Atkins, don't think he did much there. He was sort of around the game, but didn't really get much going. Fogarty was much of muchness, along with Guthrie, and Hughes was okay. Myers very quiet again. He has had, I think, 2 out of 3 quiet ones. And College Asney went off injured, so that didn't help us much at all. And yeah, I mean, some changes to come in. Yeah, it's tough without seeing the injury list. We've currently got in players come in. I mean, there's talks about Selwood and Cockatoo has been mentioned in previous weeks. College Asney will obviously be unlikely to play. So whether they bring in yet a small sort of type of player for him, I doubt we'll go another tall. I think all our talls are in there, so see what happens there. Yeah, I'll probably need to take a further look to see what we need to do there. But Fogarty and Atkins probably need to have a bit of a look as well. I mean, you're not going to get rid of them right now, but yeah, Fogarty did a little bit last week, but he's had 20 touches in 2 weeks and hasn't hurt the opposition too much. But yeah, watch this space on that. Yeah, keep Rowan in. I don't know why it was an emergency in the first place, because we kind of need that tall forward presence. And yeah, hopefully Radicalier comes back next week. I think he's likely to play against the Saints, so that's good. We've got them next Saturday night, coming up pretty soon now, so I'm expecting probably a 7-8 goal win. The Saints have been hopeless, it has to be said, and yeah, very tough to beat us down at home. Our system, our players, our stars will be very keen for a big response as well. So yeah, chuck your house on Geelong. I reckon we should win, but yeah, I don't. Don't chuck your house down. I'm getting a bit excited there, but yeah, we should be winning and winning reasonably well. Yeah, gamble responsibly. No liability for me on this one, but yeah, very confident that we can get the job done. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. No good this week, unfortunately. 2 out of the last 3 we've lost, so yeah, we've got some things to work on. Maybe there's some training loads that are changing or significantly different. And we're always going to have lapses, and every side's had their laps throughout the year and had their losses. Ours haven't been too drastic, which has been good. The losses have been pretty small margins, thankfully. So hang our hats on that. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Give the video a like, subscribe as well. That's always awesome and helps me out. And thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys all next time.